Hey, this is Chris, and I am chucking dice. Today I am making a different kind of video because I am getting ready to go on a small casino crawl, and I'm going to be in the area of northern Oklahoma and southern Kansas, and I'll get to the exact casinos when I get to the exact casinos. So this is just a welcome segment, and I'm going to hit the road. I'm getting some gas, getting some breakfast, and I'll be on the road in just a few minutes. So more later. Thanks for watching. We are hands-free driving. Well, I'm not driving hands-free, I'm videoing hands-free. I've got a dash cam set up, so I am not watching the video while I am driving, but here we are heading down the rural highway toward the first stop, which is going to be in Newkirk, Oklahoma, at Seven Clans First Council. Just small casinos about in rural northern Oklahoma. Let me see if I can flip this thing around. I don't even know if it's possible to flip it while I'm filming. Yeah, maybe it's not. All right, so I am, I don't know, I'm probably 30 minutes away still. I'm out in the middle of nowhere at the moment, but heading to First Council. Now, the interesting thing about northern Oklahoma, the Oklahoma casinos, they're mostly, they're all Indian casinos, and most of them do not have craps of any kind. They don't have regular tables. They don't have electronic or bubble craps of any kind. So a lot of small casinos, in fact, if you've ever driven down Oklahoma highways, you'll see casinos all over the place, and some of them look like glorified gas stations. They are tiny, they are full of slot machines, and that's it. And you know, for me, there's no reason to even stop. I know that these casinos do not have craps of any kind, and that's what I'm interested in. I'm not going to play slots, and they don't have table games of any kind, most of them. But in northern Oklahoma, you don't have to pay the ante, which is nice. Oklahoma's known for its stupid ante that the casinos are required to charge. And you pay it on every come-out roll, which is just awful. My friend Dave over at Same Bet, I believe that one time he actually kept track of his hourly burn just paying the ante, and it was somewhere around $40 an hour just in antes. So that's 40 come-out decisions in an hour when you think about it. So if you roll a come-out 7, you pay the ante again. That's another $1. If you roll an 11, also another $1. That's a come-out winner, the naturals. But if you roll a horn number, you lose your pass line, and you also have to re-up your ante. If you're playing the pass line, you lose that on a 2, 3, or 12, and you also have to pay another $1 for the ante. So you can burn through a lot of money with no decision. This is, you know, win or lose just on the come-out rolls. So it's not great. And most of the southern Oklahoma casinos require it. Some will give you a pass if they'll pay it for you with your rewards card. But in northern Oklahoma, the casinos don't have that, at least the ones I'm familiar with. So we're heading over to Seven Clans First Council, and that will be my first stop. They do not have a real table. I wish they did, but, well, I'm sorry, I said that wrong. They will not have a table open when I'm there. They do have a real table. It's a $5 craps table. If you're ever in that area in the evening, hit them up for a $5 real craps table experience. One of the last remaining in the U.S., I believe, these days. But they do have a real table with $5. They're usually only open, I think, after 4 or 5 in the afternoon. So if you catch them in the evening, I'm going to be there in the morning. But if you catch them in the evening, you can play on a real table for $5. I'm going to be hitting their bubble machine, which is interesting. I've never seen this machine before. This will be my first time here since they put this machine in. I'll see if I can take some pictures or video. They use it's a bubble craps machine that has a rotating deck that's bigger than most bubble craps machines that I've seen. It's not an individual; it's a group bubble machine. But the bubble itself is bigger. The surface that the dice land on is bigger, and it spins. So as the dice pop and bounce around in there, and then come to a land, they land on a deck that's spinning. And I've seen a video clip of it, and it actually, in some instances, what happens is the dice will land, appear to be flat, like they're going to stop, but because that surface is spinning, they give one more kick off and turn over to the next side and stop there, because that surface is spinning. Until the dice completely come to a stop, that surface is always spinning around in circles, so it gives a more truly randomized experience, I guess. And that's going to be interesting, so I'm looking forward to that. I believe it's a $1 machine, and we'll see how that goes. But anyway, I'm just traveling down the highway and yapping, and you probably don't want to hear me yap, so I'm going to go ahead and turn this off. I'm enjoying some country roads, and they are not taking me home, they're taking me to Seven Clans. So I'll be there in a little bit, and I will be back then. Alright, I am just about to stop number one. I believe it's just up around the corner. Looking forward to trying out this interesting bubble craps machine that I have not seen before. I've only seen it on video and pictures, and I don't think it's a standard one that is available everywhere. So yeah, I'm just getting ready to pull in here, and we'll go inside and take a look. I don't know if they will allow me to officially film anything or video anything, but I'll try to take some pictures of the machine, if nothing else. So I am pulling in now, and we will see you on the inside. All right, so I am heading out from Seven Clans First Council. It is my first stop, and I'm going to be heading on toward my next stop. But just thought I'd give my impressions real quick. I hopefully remember to show some photos I took. I think I took a couple photos, but no video inside. So again, this is a bubble machine. Only bubble in the mornings when I'm here. They do have a regular table, a big, long, I mean, this thing looks like it's 16 foot. It might be 14, but it looked massive. I've played on it before, but it's been a long time. It's a $5 table, and I think it's only open in the evenings every day, but it's a weird bubble machine that I've not ever seen before. It's bigger than normal. The bubble area is bigger, and it has a rotating platform like I talked about earlier before I went in, and it does not disappoint in its weirdness. The layout on the glass, I mean on the bedding surface is weird. It's not normal. I wish I had a picture of it right now while I'm talking to you, but probably not the best plan to try to show you and drive at the same time. But it doesn't have a normal place bet area. They call it something else, and it plays the same, but it's a completely different kind of experience than what I'm used to with bubble craps. Other than the bets and the payouts, I mean, just the playing surface is a little weird. The rotating thing is a little weird. I will say this: it's got this odd mechanism. So the wheel, the floor of the bubble, it spins all the time, and then when the dice are, the dice pop in the air like a traditional bubble craps experience, and when they land, they come flat, and just when you think it's done, it rumbles again one last time. It's already stopped. It's still the dice have stopped. They're flat. They're not going anywhere. They are still, the flat bottom is still spinning, but not enough to actually flip the dice over. The dice are done, and then it rumbles one last time. I don't understand what this is for. I don't think I ever saw it actually flip the dice over. And maybe it clears the dice if they're leaning against the edge or something. I don't know. It was highly bizarre. I don't understand what it was doing or why it did it, but it did it every single time. And that last vibration always made me nervous. Every single roll, I was waiting to see if it would flip over one more time. And I don't think it ever did, but maybe it's just to clear it in case they're leaning against the side or something. It would definitely do that. So anyway, all said, it was an interesting machine. I don't know that I would seek it out, but I don't know that I'm necessarily afraid to play on it. It just plays like every other bubble machine pretty much. So I'm on to my next location, and this time I'm heading a little further to the west. I'm heading more toward the interstate, to a place called Rock and Brews Casino. Now, Rock and Brews is, it's branded by Kiss. It's a Gene Simmons joint in that respect. I think that he's the mastermind behind it. I don't know what it used to be called, something else, but they call it Rock and Brews now. And I'm told they have one bubble craps machine. It is the individual bubble craps, like I'm used to. The interblock, I think is what they're called. Individual bubble caps. $3 minimums is what I'm told there. So we'll see if that actually is true. I believe it is. And I'll hit that up next, and we'll see how that goes. So far, this has been interesting. If you're in northern Oklahoma, Seven Clans First Council definitely has a machine in the mornings, and they do have a real table if you're there in the evenings. So that's it for now. We'll see you just around the corner when I get closer to the next stop. Be careful when trusting maps to get you from point A to point B. I'm pretty sure that I could have went a roundabout way to get there, but now I ended up on this gravel road out in the middle of nowhere. I think I'm probably about 5 to 10 miles away, but I really am not sure because I'm just heading down this side road and kind of out in the middle of nowhere. But I think I'm in the right direction. I'm heading that way, and eventually we'll arrive. I just thought I'd give you a quick update from the road. See you soon. All right, I am leaving the Rock and Brews Casino. I believe it's near Braman, Oklahoma. It's right on Interstate 35, northern Oklahoma. And I don't know that I would come back here again. So it had an interblock multi-game machine that had 4 stations on it. It was interesting. A small casino, probably not a bad thing. 2 of them were craps, the individual bubble craps machines, and 2 of them were blackjack. So it had blackjack on 2, craps on 2. So if it was a busy, I imagine if they've got craps players at all, Fridays and Saturday nights, you're gonna have a hard time getting one of these machines because it's there's only 2 of them. So there's 2 craps, no regular tables, just the bubble craps, and a really tiny casino. Otherwise, it looked like they had a restaurant or some kind of place to get food, but not much of anything here. I definitely, I mean, if you're driving by and you want to stop and play bubble craps for a few minutes, you know, it might not be a bad thing if you don't mind that you might have to wait or not get on a table or not get on one of the machines because there's only 2 of them. So anyway, that's my thoughts. I would not probably go back unless I happened to be driving by and wanted to stop for a few minutes and see if there was a machine open. But unless they add another machine or a real table. No table games here, but yeah. Anyway, that's my thoughts on that one. It wasn't bad. It is a regular individual bubble machine like you would expect. So just only 2 of them, 2 stations, so pretty small. Anyway, that's it for now. I am on my way to my 3rd and final destination for today. I'm heading up and out of North Oklahoma and into South Central Kansas, and I am heading to the Kansas Star Casino, which is about 30 minutes up the road, I believe. So into Kansas, that'll be my final stop, and we'll see how that goes. But I've been there plenty of times because that is my home casino. It's the one closest to me. So I play there often, but we'll talk about it anyway, since it is my third stop on this trip. That's what I'm trying to say. My 3rd stop this trip, and we'll be there in about a half hour. So we'll see you then. All right, hey, again, I'm on my way to my 3rd stop for the day, and this is my quote-unquote local joint, the closest one to my house, and the one I play at most of the time. Looks like my phone holder is coming a little loose, and the top of my camera has dropped down low enough that my forehead is almost off the screen. Anyway, I am pulling in now, and this casino is much bigger. Kansas Star has 5 real tables. Most of the time, 2 of them are open. There should be more than likely right at the moment, there's probably 1 table open because it's in the middle of the day. But there's also a bubble craps machine here. It's a really old one, the Shoot to Win, I think it's called, by Brews Gaming. The company's out of business, or they sold to somebody or something. Anyway, so I'm pulling into the parking lot now, and here I'm hoping to play a little bubble craps and maybe have a session on the real table, my only real table play of the day, which always always kind of my favorite thing to do. I like being on the real table. So I also just found out on the way here that my friend Dave from Same Bet is here, and I'll say hello to him. So we'll see on the inside, maybe. I don't know if I'll be able to take any picture or video in here, but we'll see. All right, so I'm just now leaving the Star and making sure I don't hit a car. This is my last stop on the Craps Crawl for today, and I am going to be heading back home. Kansas Star, it's my home. It's my home field, and I will just tell you that it's the place I feel the most comfortable playing, but it's the place that I did the worst today, and I think probably I can account on the real table being the culprit today. I had 1 good roll and 1 terrible roll. And I was trying a little bit of an aggressive strategy for a few rolls because I knew I wouldn't be playing long today. And, well, I got out the hand on my first roll. That one did okay. My second roll was a fast one, and it ended up putting me down for the day. So, not bad. I had fun, a lot of fun. I don't normally do a whole day like this where I've been out multiple casinos. I don't live near this. I'm about a little less than an hour away from this one, from the Star, and about an hour and a half from the other 2 that I was at today, and so they're not close, and I don't get out that often, but to go to any place but the Star. But anyway, this casino is a great casino if you're anywhere near South Central Kansas. Kansas has several casinos, but this one is the only one in South Central Kansas. So if you make a stop over in Oklahoma and you are in northern Oklahoma, you can drive about a half hour north on the highway, the interstate 35 into Kansas, and you're about 30 minutes up the road to the Kansas Star, and it is, I'm sure, rated by most people as the best one anywhere in this area. It's far bigger than any in Oklahoma. I don't know if the ones in Oklahoma City are not any in Oklahoma. That's the wrong thing to say. Any in northern Oklahoma. Southern Oklahoma has some. I mean, I think the world's biggest casino is down in southern Oklahoma, and so this is nowhere near that big, but it's the biggest in this area. So if you're ever in this area and you'd like to stop at a big casino with lots of tables are open usually by 9 or so in the morning. In the evenings and on the weekends, they almost always have 2 tables open, and sometimes 3 or 4. They have 5 tables total, and I've never seen all 5 of them open. I don't think. It's been years anyway. One of them is a dead spot on the floor. They might as well take it out and put slot machines there, because they never open that table. So anyway, they've got 2 regular tables, 2 crapless tables. They've got 2 14-footers, 1 of each, and then 2 12-footers, 1 of each. And then again, they've got a 12-foot that they never open. That's, I think, regular craps, but I can't remember because I never see it open. So 2 short tables, 2 longer tables, and 2 of each, crapless and regular. They almost always have the regular table open. That's the bigger table. If you come in the mornings, you're going to almost always be on the 14-foot regular craps table. They open the other table at some point in the afternoon or early evening, and it'll be open most evening. You can find either game available. And if you come on a Friday or Saturday night, you'll find all 4 of the tables open. Usually $10 minimums on the 2 main tables, and the other 2 that they open later on the weekends, they'll put those at $15. And so fairly cheap compared to going to Vegas and playing on their $15 to $25 or higher tables. So anyway, this is a lot of talking and very little actual action. So I apologize for the video length. I don't even know how long this is now, but it's been fun for me. I enjoyed it and thought I would bring you along for the ride. And so I hope you enjoyed it too. And either way, we'll see you next time, probably on my table for a regular video again sometime in the near future. Thanks for watching. If you're not subscribed, I appreciate your subscription. I'm trying to claw my way up to 1,000 subscribers currently. And I'm a couple hundred short, I think, at the moment. So anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.